Hello, today is Sunday, May 11, 2020. Judge Priscilla Owens of the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. I make this video once again to get my story out in the public. I'm going to devote all my time going forward with getting word to the President of the United States, President Donald Trump, and United States Attorney William Barr, and anyone else thereunder, to make it be known to them that in the state court regarding this false report of child abuse, I'm taking the time to make it clear to you, Judge Priscilla Owens, what is going on here. It is one thing if a man has been accused of a rape. It is one thing if a man has been accused of murder, robbery, or any other heinous crime, and has been allowed to hire his own attorney or to represent his own case as his own counselor, and his wife, if she, and in this case, my wife and I were accused of child abuse. I am not any alleged father. I am the presumed father. I was barred out of the court, not allowed to come on the property from May 23 all the way up to the day that they were intending to hold a termination hearing on April 5th. My wife and I have not been allowed to tell our side of the story. That is, I don't know why I took so long to get this out. So I make another video. World, can you imagine what it feels like to, I have the audio, I need to put that out there, to not be allowed to talk. We're in court, but we've already been told you better not open your mouth. You cannot say anything. We cannot. Okay, so let me make sure I maybe need to start the video, but I think I'm going okay so far. I'm wanting every member of my family that don't know, that I haven't had a chance to explain this to. When Brandon and I went to court, we have been trying to speak. They have this thing that they call a full adversary hearing. Look at the record. We didn't get to say anything, so they just took our baby, put our baby in foster care, won't let us say. In other words, you have someone accusing us of doing something that constitutes child abuse. Don't you understand that you get to speak? That, hey, Judge, I didn't do this. They are lying. They are lying. You get to defend yourself. They wouldn't allow that. So that's what the crime is about. They wouldn't, Judge Phillips, and he forced Bonnie Fitch on Brandy. And Oliver Sprout, he is not my attorney. He represents an alleged father. And even so, in an alleged father, I'm not an alleged father. An attorney appointed to represent an alleged father, the only job that he has in that case is to find the father, the alleged father. Once he is found, that's it. He does not represent that alleged father on the facts or merits of the case. So if someone says that this man committed child abuse, that's not what he's there to do. He's there to only find, for example, if I were the alleged father and Brandon and I were not married, then, and I never appeared in court voluntarily, he would go looking for me. Hey, are you Ronald Dwayne Whitfield? Yes, I am. Well, hey, my name is Oliver Sprout Jr. I am an attorney. I've been appointed by the judge of the 314th District Court of Harris County, Texas, to locate you and to make you aware that there has been a lawsuit or suit affecting a parent-child relationship filed against you, and that you have the right to do this and to do that. And if this happens to be your child, you can take DNA testing. And if this is your child, then the judge will appoint me to represent you as your attorney, as the legal father, or he might appoint you another attorney. I don't know. But right now, I'm only appointed to find you. Now that I've found you and inform here the papers, and now you can go to court, and it goes from there. That's what that attorney that they got you all thinking he was my attorney. He's not my attorney. I'm not. I'm the presumed father. So now I'm in case I come up dead. I don't trust nobody no more. Because this is these people knowing that they have to be arrested. You can't get out of this. And I'm not finna shuck and jive and, ooh, I ain't no. No. You won't do that to me. Either you gonna kill me, you gonna do something. Because I'm finna get word to the President of the United States, and I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna start calling the Secret Service. I'm gonna get organized. I'm not finna keep being tortured. I'm not finna get affected by no coronavirus. None of that. This is what somebody is actually wanting me to come up dead, because I tell you what, let the attorney of the United States, Attorney William Barr, find out this has happened, and we've gone and we've been. This happened on May 6th, on a Saturday of 2017. CPS come here on May 7th of 2017 and kidnap my child, because look at 537 F3D, page 404, 5th Circuit, President case. And you see the videos. We get all the audio recording, video recording. You'll see that this man has committed a crime, and then they got a black man in court pretending that he filed the lawsuit, he took the child, and that we are dangerous. All we can do is just stand there. We're not going to get to talk. You're not going to get to talk. You're not going to get in here and get to say, hey, they lying on us. You're not going to do any talking. We're going to go in here and we're going to say this is what happened, and you're going to just shut up and be quiet. And if you try to open your mouth, we're going to drag you up out this courtroom. We're not playing with you. And then Bonnie Fitz, you will represent Brandy, and you will just contest nothing. You will say nothing. You will do nothing. And look at the record. That's exactly what she did. So if someone is accusing Brandy of child abuse, and someone has accused me of child abuse, the only way we can get our child back, O.J. Simpson was accused of murder. Bill Cosby was accused of a crime. Michael Jackson was accused of a crime. O.J. Simpson was accused of a crime. A lot of James Brown was accused of a crime. Mike Tyson was accused of a crime. But all these people had one thing in common. They got to defend themselves. They got to hire an attorney. They didn't go to court and told, be quiet, you better not say nothing. So how in the world you think we going to get our child back and get our story out there and not allowed to talk? You didn't know this, did you? No, you did not. So you can see why I'm pissed off. So if they want to kill me, go ahead. Go ahead. You already killing me. I'm already in pain, suffering. I'm got to keep going on waiting on Judge Priscilla Owens and these judges to let us be heard. We've asked for an attorney. We couldn't do nothing in the state court. Tried to go to the first court of appeal. No talking here. Went to the Supreme Court. No talking here. Went to the federal court. No talking here. You're not gonna get. So what you think this is? But I've been respectful. I've been patient. And here we're on the 5th Circuit, and the clerks are trying to find ways to create hostility and make it look like I'm a bad person. This is game. So am I justified in doing what I got to do to get this to the President of the United States? I told you all, this man is a great man. He does care. And that's just, watch when I get word to the President of the United States and William Barr. Watch what happened then. Now, I got to get word to the President, because this is killing me. I can't sleep. I can't have a relationship with my wife. I can see if we had got to be heard. You got to, you go, somebody accuse you of a crime, and you get to hire your own attorney. Don't force no attorney upon me. Look at what Jesus said in Matthew 6:24, I believe. You can't serve two masters. Matthew's 12:25, Jesus says that a house divided against itself shall not stand. If Satan drives out Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? This is the same argument in the or rather 1858 debates that former President Abraham Lincoln had with a Stephen Douglas, who was for slavery. And you all want to be Democrats, and it was the Democrats that had us blacks in slavery. I don't understand how can black people be Democrats when it was the Democrats that caused the Civil War, where the North fought against the South. The Democrats was the ones who wanted us in slavery. What has the Democrats done for blacks? Sheila Jackson Lee, she's a Democrat. I've been calling her, even a Assistant United States Attorney Andrew Bob, saying you are a taxpayer, you're a citizen of the United States, you're a Congresswoman. Sheila Jackson Lee is supposed to be helping you. She's doing nothing. Has done nothing. She can get on TV. Y'all keep voting her in. Y'all keep voting these Democrats in. They do nothing. They only come around during election time. Obama, he was black. But am I right or wrong? We see black men on the street every day. We just walk by them, don't do nothing for them, don't try to help them. But because Obama was black and he ran for president and was elected, we fell in love with him. But what did Obama do for us? Obama, like Elvis Presley was told by President Nixon, Elvis, I'm just a puppet around here. Obama was just a puppet. Obama wasn't running nothing. Obama was doing what they was telling him to do. So Trump, on the other hand, Trump independent. Trump didn't need to accept money to finance his campaign. He had his own money. So he calls his own shot and they don't like him. So the media, they own the media, so they got you all thinking that he's a bad person, he's a racist person. You can't hear anything else other than what the people that own ABC News, CBS News, NBC News, and all other major networks want you to hear. I've been warning you about this new world order. Now you got coronavirus. And this is a way of getting me out the way. If they just don't straight up have someone to kill me, murder me, when they got my child, and I'm supposed to sit here and I've already been seeing, me and my wife been seeing what's been happening from the day that they took our child. People get the record, say, I've got the record, people in my family got it, so if they try to alter it, if they kill, murder me, you already see that we have not been allowed. Okay, that was Brandy. Brandy never told these people she was hearing voices that tell her to kill herself, and they won't let her talk. Won't let her talk. Bonnie Fisher, even if you're going to force an attorney upon a mother, just say that was legal. Why is this woman not, Bonnie Fisher, the attorney, not allowing Brandy? Now, Brandy, they say, you heard them say that you stated that you were hearing voices that told you to kill yourself. Tell me about that. Then Brandy could have said, I never told them that. What, you mean you never told? No, I did not. So how did I come to the hospital with a toothache? They went into their protocol. They asked me questions. I answered their questions. Next thing I know, they told me I need to call my husband to come get my child. They telling me that I'm not going anywhere. They're going to keep me. And I did. My husband simply come into the hospital because I had told him on the phone that he has to come get Caden. So he came to get Caden, and he simply asked these people, why are you holding my wife? And they could not answer that because they were committing healthcare fraud. I got the papers over here to show you that they billed the federal government, you the taxpayer, almost $100,000 purporting to treat her for an illness that she doesn't even have, that she's not experiencing. She is not experiencing this. And then they get the doctors that you see in my video, she's getting a referral. The other nurse, she's getting a referral. All those that were involved, they got a bonus, a referral for referring her to a private hospital. And the state probate judge, they all committed crimes, wouldn't let the family in. Brandon's sister and myself, we trying to get in, won't let us come into the courtroom in the probate to say what's going on. The attorney that was forced upon Brandon, these people so corrupt. Now, world, I want to make very sure that I have made it very clear that, one, there's a video of my mother. It gets so complicated, so deeply. CPS did not witness any child abuse. They're not here to take my child because of what they received on a phone. Somebody telling them they don't know nothing about that. Does that make sense to you? They don't know anything about that. But they will come out and investigate these allegations. And if I had admitted to that, then they would have a factual basis and a legal basis for taking our child. But as the affidavit of removal explains, I denied all that. In fact, I gave Mr. Paul Gonzalez my cell phone. So I want to make sure I'm putting it telling you, Judge Priscilla Owens, because I'm sending this to you. So the world, I'm sending this to Judge Priscilla Owens because it's been, we're being, for some, we filed an appeal to the Fifth Circuit United States Court of Appeals on April 25th of 2019. So they filed it, put it on the docket. And if you look at the docket today, go online to Pacer. The docket number is 19-20292, and you'll look at all these files and some of these things. They won't even put them on the docket. They won't even you can't read these documents that I've been filing, submitting, and so you don't know. We're just waiting. Whoever heard of an appeal being filed? And the first thing that the judges do, they grant you IFP status. They grant you IFP status. Phone going, do I have, yes. Okay. So that is the first thing that they do. They grant you IFP status. Okay, great. So, I was wanting to go into detail about Paul Gonzalez. He's the man that took our child. He begged the supervisor to not make him do this. He saw the video. He said he up here looking at the video telling me this is not true. And so I'm looking at it. This ain't, people, I guess he really thought that was child abuse because this is not true. Having a conversation with himself. And the police, they were good officers. They looking, and so they see that there was no child abuse. And so now they comfortable. Everybody's relaxed now. They see that none of this is true. So they go out to the street, and yet they got Tanya Johnson. She see a beautiful baby, a beautiful and intelligent baby. They want this one. Go ahead and look on. There's a YouTube video with what's really going on. He's getting people babies and selling them, and perverts buying these babies. All kind of stuff is going on in the world today. But Brandon and I, so in other words, let's not go into the facts of the case. We'll beat that. We can beat that. There's no child abuse. They don't know anything about, CPS didn't see any child abuse. That's not what they're here for. They're here to investigate allegations. Because I denied all that and gave them the phone, and he saw that was not, he was supposed to rule it out. We've had CPS involved 3 times. The first time, Brandon called a woman a bitch at the hospital because she was into her phone, and she thought the woman said that if she was going to take our baby, I told the woman that I was going to go home and take a bath, and she told me, the nurse, that if I be gone for more than 2 hours, that she'd come and get Caden and take him to the nursery. And of course, Brandon didn't hear all that, and she called the woman a name, and so the woman retaliated and called CPS and said that Brandon tested positive for drugs. I've got audio recordings from Melvin Frederick, CPS investigator, come out. I explained to him what happened and that she was lying and this. So he said, okay, I'll test them. I'll have them tested myself, and I need you to take a test. And if you test negative for drugs, 18 minutes, I'll make it at 30 minutes because this is going to be a very important video. I'll close this case out. Brandy tested negative for drugs. Caden tested negative for drugs. And I tested negative for drugs. And Mr. Melvin Frederick closed that case out. And the next time CPS was involved, I called CPS because I didn't know what was going on. My wife had took my child to her mom's house to borrow some money, and I just, overreacted. I didn't know what was going on, so I asked her to go get my child. She didn't want to do so because she was waiting for her mother to come home so she could see Caden, but I didn't know what was going on, so I kind of overreacted, and so I called CPS. They never would answer the phone, So I called the Houston police, and that's on YouTube. Video of March 24, 2017. Yeah. So, but in court, CPS is lying, saying that someone else called CPS, that me and my wife have known issues and stuff. See how they just lie, and you cannot say anything. They lying, Judge. That's not what happened. I called you will not open your mouth. I know, but we want this baby. This is a pretty baby here. You an ugly man, but you made a pretty baby. You and this woman did, so we want this baby. We get a lot of money for this baby, and that's what they do. It is what it is. So that's okay. If you go and look at what's coming out with Trump, all those lies been told on. Now you see, but you don't, because the mainstream media is still not reporting that to you. But if you go on YouTube, you'll see what's now out, that all that stuff was nothing but lies. So I only say that to let you know that they do lie. So they and then Paul Gonzalez, the man that took our baby, he quit. He quit. The judge, see, that's going to get the judge arrested. So you can see why we're going through this problem. It's going to get Judge Phillip, all of them arrested. You watch. They're going to have to kill me. They're going to have to, because they see that once the President of the United States find out about what they did, once Trump and William Barr find out, that judge never held hearing. My mother was there. The FBI in May of 2018 said, Mr. Whitfield, if that judge lied, and he did, and he said, well, we can get the surveillance recordings. You don't have to get the surveillance recordings. My mother's a witness. They got to. She swear to an oath. That's a wrap. That's a deal. They go get Paul Gonzalez. They sitting side by side. That judge never held a hearing. All of them will be arrested. CPS never have. They don't have. You can see why they don't want to let us be heard, because even in the Fifth Circuit, once this gets out, once the United States Attorney General, you mean to tell me that the FBI been standing down knowing that this judge never held? Because the FBI, under Freedom of Information, they record us in the FBI. So you hear the FBI agent saying, yeah, he committed a crime if he didn't hold his hearing. He didn't. Then we got him again. They do the same thing on April 5th. 2018. He had to hold a permanency hearing before final order. He did not hold that hearing. That will get him arrested. That gets our baby back. And whoever got him, our baby can talk. So they need me dead. This is what's going on here. So yeah, I don't know why I ain't just made the video, but I guess God wouldn't have me make it anytime sooner until. So this is how you drain the swamp. Yeah, we've been deprived of our child for all this time, but this is how you drain the swamp, because now Caden can talk. He can talk, and he can tell us if a judge had him. He can tell us a lot now. Oh, they got to go get him. They got to go get him. So, Judge Priscilla Owens, this is, this is how they've made me. This is how I made a video yesterday. I broke down and cried. But I'll send this video to you. We don't want it in this case, in this court no more. We want it to go to the Supreme Court of the United States. Chief Justice Roberts, he'll reassign it to a non-biased court. There's no justification for this case to have been sitting in this federal appellate court over a year, still as if it was still April 25th, 2019 when it was filed. And when Judge Gray H. Miller, when the FBI from another state or from Washington investigate him for his lying, because we could have had our baby back the day we brought into federal court an applicant for writ of habeas corpus, letting him know these things. He violating the law. He committed crime. We told him that the judge never held the hearing, and that. Oh, this is the last thing. Okay, 24. So I got 6 more minutes. People, the Harris County attorney filed a number of orders and a petition. First of all, under federal law, they cannot even file a petition to terminate. They can file a petition affecting the parent-child relationship, but not a petition to terminate parental rights until Caden will have been in the system for 22 for 15 of the most recent 22 months from the day he will have entered foster care. The day after Caden entered foster care on Monday, they put him in foster care on wherever they put him. We're told he was in foster care on Monday, May 8th of 2017. So that's when the time starts running. The judge never held him. You get him back right there on that alone. But I think I lost my chain of thought on where I was going with this. But okay. So they couldn't even file under federal law. Look at Title 42 United States Code Section 675 Subpart 5 Subdivision E. And it'll tell you that you cannot file a petition to terminate parental rights unless conditions exist, such as aggravating circumstances. The child has been exposed to aggravated assault, aggravated rape, or something. You read that and you'll see. In our case, our child wasn't even touched. You see, you has the video, so and so there's a video showing these people committing. Then made a false report of child abuse. A video, imagine world, you are being accused of a murder, and you can produce a video to show that you were at a location such as a baseball game, a football game, because the cameras keep getting you in the crowd, you being recorded. So you said, I am right there. So everybody's world known. Everybody knows that the Oilers or whoever the team was playing at this time of the day. And there you are being captured by ABC News at a ball game. So that's your alibi that you wasn't there. And they won't let you produce your evidence, proof. So in our case, I'm recording with my phone. Recording everything with my phone. And you know damn well also, if I had committed child abuse, they would have committed child endangerment, which is on the criminal side. But they said I committed child abuse on the civil side. So they would have committed both on child abuse with me and child endangerment on the criminal side. And they would have to been arrested because you could not have stood there and watched me do everything in the world. Listen to what I'm saying very closely. Whatever it is that they say I did, and they just stood there with security guards, pistols on their sides, the police there, off duty, and everybody just watched me do all this child abuse. And what did they do to stop me? Nothing. They don't do anything. What they say they do, they run me off the property, escort me off the property after you done witnessed me commit child abuse. So you can see what's going on here. Now I'm gonna make that the theme going forward. I want to do it for just look how stupid. And it says in the Bible, professing to be wise, they became fools. And nowhere in the world I'm a judge. Any judge that's got any modicum of common sense, and it should have dawned on me long before now. So I guess I'm in that category. But it probably would have had I ever got to the courtroom. Whatever you say that I did, you done it too. But you also committed a crime because you escorted me off this property and you said I did all these things. Does that make sense? So in other words, like if you have a duty to render aid, you hit someone and you don't stop and you keep going, then you commit a crime. Because you had a duty to render aid to the person that you hit. In this case, you have a duty. If I see someone committing child abuse, I have a duty to protect that child. I don't just sit there and do nothing. So that's why people should be careful. I'm not advocating you abuse your child, but just don't let me see it. I'm saying don't abuse your child at all. But to the extent that you're going to say that someone abused a child, you see someone abuse a child, you have a duty to take action on behalf of that child. If a police officer sees another police officer assaulting a prisoner in that officer's custody that's assaulting, the non-assaulting officer has a duty to use whatever force against that officer. Ask any officer. I have a cousin, my mother's sister, son. I think he quit being a constable and now he's a reserve constable where he don't get paid, but he's still a constantly just don't get paid anymore. I mow grass for a female Harris County Sheriff deputy, as well as her friend that she referred me to, and they would be referring me to other law enforcement agents because they know I'm a good person. They know I'm not nothing like what they're trying to paint me out to be. So it's almost 30 minutes. I've made this video because it's finna be some backlash here. But we'll see. I'm gonna give Judge Phillips, she's the chief judge. Now that this is going directly to her office, to her phone, now I'll see what's going on. She's the chief judge. Now she can go ahead and grant my motion and forward it to the chief justice, and then from now we can get it to another court of appeals and get our child back immediately, and then they go forward with arresting these people. You cannot violate the federal constitution, which protects the God-given right. Quit thinking, people, that the Constitution gives you these rights. They came from God. God gave me the right to raise my child. God didn't give them to CPS and whoever got my child. If God wanted them to have Caden, they would have had carried Caden 9 months like my wife did. They would have had Caden. God gave Caden us. And as long as we are fit parents, and we are, you see the video, they blocked us from getting out. We couldn't make them let us tell our story. I tried to speak what they do. There's a video, you hear it on audio. I made an audio when they dragging me out to court. I'm recording. They drug me out. They pulled me out the doggone court because I made an objection. A man tell me he representing the unknown father. Why are you saying you are representing the unknown father? And I'm trying to tell you people, Brandon and I are married. I am not unknown. And now y'all get it. They said Caden was a bastard. He had no daddy. He had no father. And so they give a child, since they say he had no father, his father is unknown. So they need to find him. And me, the person standing there, they saying I'm not his father. I am the alleged father. There's no proof that that's my child. Since there's no proof that that's my child, the Supreme Court of the United States says that states need not listen to me. Need not listen to him. There's no proof that that's your child. But if they quit lying, committing fraud upon the court and a crime, and say that I am who I am, Caden's legal father, then they got to talk to me. They got to give me rights. I have my rights. But as the alleged father, I have no right. Who did Judge Phillips trying to be slick? I want God, President Trump, we want God to see, people to see God as alive, because he terminated, they trying to be slick, or get me. Because you can terminate the rights of an alleged father because he is to protect his few statutory rights given by Texas and not by God. Texas give him a right to register his name in a paternity registry, that in the event after a child is born, he has to do so within 30 days. Then it's another clause, exception to that, when a child is under 1 year old. And then if a child is older than